job with State of the Reunion as host and producer, I get to travel all around the United States and meet, just by definition, I get to meet some of the most extraordinary people who, find a problem in their community and make solutions for it. And so, coming to Malawi, that's the experience that I bring with me. And so I was assuming that when I got here that I would meet sort of more of the same extraordinary people who, under tough circumstances, step up. When you read it on paper, that's what you see. What you can't see in what you read in the paper or on the internet or wherever you may read about Malawi is that, yes, Vera and Silas are extraordinary people, but it's so much more than that. It's hard to put my finger on exactly what it is, but there's a spirit here amongst the two of them that is just unstoppable. And Silas just continues to work and work and work and create new projects and help more people and all this stuff that he does. Meanwhile, he's got a family to take care of, he's got a congregation to take care of, and he's doing all these different things, as well as helping Malawi several years ago move from a dictatorship into an open society. And I have to say, out of all the amazing people I have met, Silas ranks in the top two. Vera, ranks pretty high as well. It's just amazing, and it took me off guard because I thought I would like Silas when I got here. I didn't have any questions about whether I would like Silas or not. I didn't expect to love Silas. I didn't expect that he would carve out a huge piece of real estate in my heart and put his stamp on it. And when I go back to the States, I think that will be one of the things that I carry with me. If Silas could do all that he's done, given all the limitations that this country has right now, what can I do? What can I do in America without half the limitations that he has? Now, I'm not half the man he is, but if I can just take a tenth of that and apply it in America, man, I feel like we as Americans can do so much more. And so that's kind of one of the things that this trip has taught me. I know that when I get home, several other things will pop up out of it. Right now, I'm so raw and filled with this experience that I'm not really able to disseminate it. I think I'm able to disseminate the easy stuff, the stuff that's on the surface that I can see right now. But going deeper, when I get back, I know it's going to take a while for me to adjust to being back in the States. But, I think once I've had a chance to really sit with it, even more will come out of this. This story presents a really huge problem that I never have. And that huge problem is that there's too much story. There's so much good stuff to talk about. I think we could do a cycle of plays, 5 plays, the Malawian cycle. Obviously, that's not what we're going to do. But there's just so much story here. And so as a playwright, it's a wonderful sandbox to play in because I have so many tools at my disposal and so many ways to tell the story. I'm really excited to do that. What I love about this project is that I think it fits uniquely with the skill set that I bring to playwriting, from working in documentary fields to writing ensemble plays that mostly use poetry, but working with Bob and Pam, I think we're going to take that poetry and move it into directions that I've never even dreamed of with the music. So all of these things really excite me about this project, and I can't wait to get started on it. And this opportunity, a friend of mine told me that if you go to Africa, it will change you for the rest of your life. And I didn't want to buy into that because it's just like such a romantic, artistic notion. I thought, I'm a little bit more cynical than that. And I don't know how it's going to change my life, but after being here, I know that that's true, that it is going to change my life. We've gone from laughing hysterically in the car and in the hotel room. one night, I didn't even tell Bob and Pam this. I was putting the mosquito net on, and I got wrapped up in it and tripped on the bed. I was like in a cocoon, like I'm gonna die, you know. So we've had ridiculous times like that, into me being in the back of the Land Rover, with tears streaming down my face, and trying desperately to not show that, to hold it in, and to wait till I got into my hotel room where I could close the door and have that moment myself. But I was just so full, and it wasn't sadness. I mean, there was sadness mixed in it, but it was, I don't even have a word for the emotion that I was feeling. But whatever it was, I was just overflowing with it. To live in those extremes and operate in between those, it is something that that I know I will carry with me for the rest of my life. And I hope that we're able to take that spirit and infuse it in the work here. And I know that the entire artistic team, after being here, has this, we all have this huge charge in our hearts to get the story right. You know, to get the story right and to make it as accessible as possible to Americans, so that they can feel a little bit of what we felt here. And maybe through all of this, you know, maybe our little piece of art can help Malawi, and maybe our little piece of art can help the United States.